Hi, I'm Malin, and today I want to discuss why self-help isn't working for you. Now, I've spent a lot of time trying to search for these answers, trying to find like a method or a way that kind of fit in with what I wanted. And when we're looking for that, when we're looking for some sort of answer, we're kind of trying to find from other people, what is it that they do? What can I do? And I think for me, it was kind of like I was trying to get someone else to subscribe a medicine to me without knowing what my problem was. And so that's one of the problems with it, is that you're not diagnosing what is actually wrong with you. You're not treating the right illness, the symptoms may be similar to someone else's, but the kind of approach or the way that you deal with that isn't quite the same as someone else's. And that's one part of it. That's one part of why self-help isn't really working, because it is self-help, It's something that you do for yourself, that you explore with yourself, and that's an important process, to understand and kind of work on yourself, and this doesn't apply to anyone. This is for the people that actually, want to change, they want to do something, they want to change their life, they want something better for themselves. And this can also become a bit of a problem as well, because then, you're obsessed with becoming better, and sometimes that can kind of be a toxic attachment. You think, oh, if I got better, then I'd be happier. If I had this, then I can do that, and then I'd be happy. If I had more money, then it'd be a lot easier for me to, do all these sorts of things. Whereas that may be the case, more money might help, better looks might help, a better body might help. But these are the things that give us a deep sense of fulfillment, and that's found in like the daily kind of process of doing it and doing the right things, and the satisfaction that we feel of doing things that we love, and having like kind of the balance, not just working and grinding. Anyway, I've kind of gone off topic there, but another thing I wanted to say is, when you're searching for self-help, when you're searching for these answers, you're looking at these videos, like maybe you looked at this video to try and help you. You thought maybe it'd shed some light on it. And I'm actually going to shed some light on it by saying that you can't get light shedded on it. Okay, that I put it kind of weird, but if you're like me, then you kind of have a mistrust with yourself, and you have an underlying low self-esteem, even if it's not really apparent or on the surface, it's kind of just, it's there, and you're searching for all these other answers. You're searching for these people kind of to try and get like this approval, like, oh, what are they doing? What do they think? What does this person think? I gotta follow that. I gotta do what they think. And you're putting your worth or your life, you're attaching it to someone else, someone external. And how could they know what you want or what is important for you if you don't explore that for yourself? And I think that's a very important lesson that I've learned recently, is that you got to trust yourself. It's like a really scary process, because it's like you're finding your way in this dark room, and it's easier to go by what other people say. It's like, oh, this is certain, they say this, so it's a lot easier to follow what other people think. They kind of shed the light, and you can just follow their process and not have to worry about it, and you have no responsibility for it. And that can kind of be scary, like, oh, I've felt really bad, I've been through these dark states, and that was kind of my fault, and I got to kind of find a way to get out of that. But then that's also like empowering, like I was responsible for feeling kind of for my situation where I was feeling bad, and I can create the circumstances to make myself feel better, to give myself more confidence. And it's just taking these steps to kind of trust yourself, and working through that process. Self-help isn't a one answer, one size fits all kind of thing. It's more of a daily process that you go through that you're always working on and reiterating and kind of reflecting on. But it's not getting too attached to that reflection. It's like this loose reflection, you know, like I can surrender and experience these things, and these are the things that I want to do. But if I can't do them, or I'm not able to do them as well as I can, then that's okay as well. You know, for example, like doing a workout. Say you've got, you want to do 3 sets, for example, but then let's say after your first set, you kind of feel like a strain in your pec, and it'd be silly to push that too far and then strain it and then not be able to train for ages just because you felt like you had to do that programming. And this is a part of kind of listening to yourself and kind of finding your way yourself, you know. And nobody can really know what you want or what's important or what's good for you or what's the best answer for you. You have to find this process for yourself. And that can be kind of scary because, you know, with this self-help thing, there's so many options, there's so many people that you can learn from, that you can get ideas from, and it's good to kind of explore and try out these ideas, but you've got to reflect and see how it actually works for you rather than just adopting all of these different practices, and then, you know, some of them may work, some of them don't. You know, you've got to find out what works for you, because if you're just sticking with whatever process someone tells you, then you're not living your life, you're living someone else's. So I'll leave you with that. Thank you for listening if you did.